We are about to travel over 500 miles on the original Route 66. Buckle up as we see classic neon signs, go on unexpected adventures, learn more about the downfall of America's Main Street, visit ghost towns, stop at all kinds of roadside attractions, and capture 66 Polaroids along the way. Join us for the next 6 days as we travel Route 66.
We are starting on the Santa Monica Pier, which is technically the end point of Route 66. We're gonna start here and head east into Arizona.
Your 20s are for spending, hours and hours pretending. We have plans and we have...
Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready for some miles?
Let's do it.
We just left the 66 to Cali shop, which is on the Santa Monica Pier. It's a super cool shop. And we picked up a sticker and a 66 passport. So each stop you can make, someone will like either stamp it or do a little drawing in the passport so you can keep track of where you went. And our plan is to take some Polaroids, tuck it in there, and really make a good souvenir book out of it.
Everybody knows your 20s are for wasting time. 'Cause you could be with anyone.
That was a very overstimulated time on the Santa Monica Pier. There's so many people, sights, and sounds.
Yeah.
Cliff was pulling, but we're now back to the van and we are about to start our Route 66 journey.
We have places to go.
We sure do.
Stop 1 on Route 66, check. Next is not technically a Route 66 landmark, but we have been so excited to try food from this one specific place in the area, so we have to go before we leave town.
What should be interesting with this Route 66 road trip, at least through this California section where we're in Los Angeles, is there's no way to use a GPS. The GPS does not want to bring you along the old traditional Route 66. So I kind of have it pinned on Google Maps and we're just going to try to follow the road. Also, there's really no street signs for Route 66 in this area because as soon as they put up like that classic Route 66 sign, someone steals it. So we're going to wing it and see how this goes.
Oh boy.
Bye-bye, Santa Monica Pier.
Bye, ocean.
Yep. This is certainly not what you imagine when you think of the classic Route 66 road trip. It's on Santa Monica Boulevard, right through LA, through Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. So it is literally just bumper to bumper traffic, light after light after light. I think the contrast between this and what we're gonna see later on in Arizona is going to be very obvious that we are in LA versus where we're headed.
We love trying new vegan restaurants, and this place has been at the top of our list since we knew we were coming to Los Angeles.
This is just gonna be such a classic. Jill and I both grew up eating McDonald's as a kid. We've been vegan for 7 years, so we have not touched McDonald's, although we've had a few apple pies here and there. But as far as like the things we would normally get, like burgers, a Big Mac, chicken nuggets, we haven't had that in so many years. So Mr. Charlie's was a must stop for us on this Route 66 road trip, which just reminds us of classic American food. So we're super pumped that this is right off Santa Monica Boulevard, right off the old Route 66 route. And we're gonna be able to try some food. And then later on in this road trip, we're gonna stop at a McDonald's museum. So it all kind of ties together and I'm super, super excited to try it. Alrighty, I think we got a few things to try.
Well, I mean, besides the occasional apple pie, I don't think we've had McDonald's in like 8 years.
No, that's what I was just telling them.
Yeah, so I got a little excited.
We're gonna bring all this food back to the van and have a small little feast. It's almost already 4 o'clock and we're headed towards downtown Los Angeles. So we're just headed straight into rush hour, but rush hour will be a little better with full bellies, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, we just ate way too much.
Way too much.
We're about to head right onto Route 66 in the middle of LA traffic at about 5 p.m. So we can only imagine we're gonna be stuck in LA for a little bit and we're just gonna have to be patient. But once it gets dark, we're not gonna really be able to stop at the places we wanted to. So bear with us and we can't wait to show you where we're staying tonight.
I didn't see it.
Oh, there he is.
Chickenboy.
Back in the 60s, there used to be a fiberglass company that manufactured a bunch of Paul Bunyan's and Muffler Man's as like roadside attractions, and there was a chicken company that bought one and had an artist make theirs look like a chicken holding like a chicken bucket. So this stop is the Chickenboy. It's funny because we actually met in Bangor, Maine, and there is a Paul Bunyan statue there, and the more I look at Chickenboy, the more I can see similarities, especially with like the shirt and the pants, of how close the Paul Bunyan statue is to this Chickenboy.
Down by the ocean, but I love the way your hand feels when it's under mine. I don't want to take the world for granted.
So it's almost 7 o'clock now. We're still on the Route 66. Hasn't been too bad. Kind of once we found the route outside of LA, it's really been just kind of a straight shot, but a ton of roads that are pretty bumpy already, and I'm assuming they're gonna get worse, and so many stoplights.
Yeah.
Just like stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. We're still quite a ways away from where we're staying tonight, which we're super excited for. So we're definitely gonna start losing a lot of light. We're hoping to see a bunch of neon signs come on though, so it might work out for us. There's still at least 1 or 2 stops that we wanna make before we get there, but yeah, thanks for coming with us, guys. We appreciate you. We just made it to our last stop of the night before we get to where we're sleeping, and this is a place I'm super bummed we made it to way too late that it's all closed up. But this is a service station that was originally built in 1915, and then it's undergone a bunch of renovations to look just as it would have in that time period. It's still super cool to see, but the inside is all done up as well, so you can go in there and check it out. And they still had like the bell that cars would drive across to make the sound that a car was there to pull up for gas, but still cool to see. Boy, do I wish those gas prices were still the same. 13 cents a gallon with 4 cents tax, so it pushes the price all the way up to 17 cents a gallon. How much do you charge per gallon? Only 10 bucks per mile.
Everyone just wants to be in love.
What in the world?
Listen, it's gonna be great.
This might be one of the silliest places we've ever stayed, but it is approaching 9 o'clock. Cody just went in to get us all checked in, and I'm gonna pack a bag because this is actually somewhere we're sleeping inside and not where we're gonna sleep in the van. I think I might miss sleeping in the van, but we're excited to have this little touristy moment. I think we're gonna just go get settled and go to bed. We're both exhausted after today, and give you a tour tomorrow when the sun is out.
All right, guys, we're about to go in and check this place out. You might get a little sneak peek over our shoulder about what we're about to walk into. Here we go.
Come on, Baba.
Here we go. And it's number 17.
Our lucky number.
Interesting.
It's cute.
It is. All right, guys, we are gonna give you a tour in the morning of what this place looks like. Thanks for coming with us for day one. There's quite a few days left, considering what we only got done today. There is a lot more of Route 66 to go. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you guys in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Peace.
Babe, are you awake? Can you hear that?
Oh my God, yes. It's the same thing over and over again.
Will you go check it out? Hello, welcome to the Wigwam Motel. It is no secret that we love tiny spaces. So as we were researching our Route 66 travels, this was a must-stay. If you guys have watched the movie Cars, this was the inspiration for the Cozy Cone Motel. Built in 1949, these teepee-shaped motel rooms are an iconic stop on Route 66 in San Bernardino, California. Also known as the Wigwam Villages, originally there were 7 locations across the United States, with only 3 locations still standing today. One here in San Bernardino, one in Holbrook, Arizona, and the last one in Cave City, Kentucky. Each sleeping unit stands 32 feet tall and are 260 square feet, which is almost the exact same as our 252 square foot tiny house. Although this place didn't quite feel like home or a luxury hotel room, we didn't come here for that. We came here for the memories and the novelty of it all. Come on in. I'm gonna give you a quick tour on where we slept last night. To my right is the bedroom. And to my left is the dog-friendly living room, sheet and all.
Okay.
Then we have a small kitchen, TV, and mirror shaped just like our wigwam.
And that is pretty much it. There's the boy.
Do you want to see the facilities?
Let's do it.
Come on in.
All right.
Welcome to the bathroom. And we have a shower with very hot water, which is hard to come by in the van.
Very hot.
Hey there.
There's the shower. And it ends right there. We got some interesting angles in the ceiling.
Yep.
But it was very hot.
It was very hot, so we'll take it.
I don't know why, but for some reason I was expecting the ceiling to go all the way into the point. When we walked in last night, that was kind of the first thing. I'm like, oh, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. The sound would be crazy in here if it wasn't like that, but yeah, I kind of wish that went up. But how was your sleep, babe?
I'm feeling a little tired this morning.
Oh, go.
Well, first we had some visitors. There were some bugs crawling on the ceiling, which was fine. But then we fell asleep for like an hour and we woke up to someone behind us just playing the loudest music, and it was just like the same 30 seconds of a song on loop for like 3 hours. So we're both very tired today.
Ready to hit the road?
Yeah, get some coffee.
Yes. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go to the bench. Bye, Wigwam Motel. It was a unforgettable experience.
We are grabbing some much needed coffee. I think I'm gonna get a triple shot today.
Oh boy. Get me the big one.
I'll be back.
While Jill's grabbing coffee, I wanted to show you guys. We have the Route 66 passport book that we bought at the 66 to Cali place yesterday. And Jill's coming back. I think it's drive-through only and we're too tall.
Bad news. It's a drive-through only.
I can't. I could cry.
I'm gonna cry.
Anyway, I'm gonna try not to be sad for this. We have our Route 66 passport book that we're getting stamps in each one. There's different places to go, and then they'll put a little stamp on it when you go in. And we're also really trying to take a bunch of Polaroids. If there's a place to take Polaroids, I feel like it has to be on Route 66. So we're gonna try to do a bunch more of that, and we'll try to scan them in and show you guys.
We are on to our second Starbucks of the day. Normally a drive-through only concept would be totally fine. However, most drive-throughs only allow vehicles up to like 8-ish feet, and we are above 9 feet. How tall are we?
9'6".
We are 9'6", so we can't go through the drive-through, and that's a disappointment because we were both so excited for coffee. But this other place is only like a mile or so away, so it's fine.
Literally last night at 2 a.m. we were excited to go to Starbucks.
Yeah, we were like Googling where the nearest Starbucks was at 2 a.m. So could be why we missed that it was a drive-through
Yeah, probably.
All right, try again.
We have made it to Starbucks number 2. Also a drive-through only, but there's a mobile order pickup window, so we're gonna just put it through on the app and then go run and grab it. Woo! I cannot wait for coffee. Success! Success! Woo!
We got the goods.
Yes.
We got the goods. Finally. All right, secured the goods. We just had a little breakfast and now we are headed to our first stop, which, I don't know, it might be an interesting one. It's a couple minutes down the road, so it shouldn't take too long to get there. Just enough to sip on some coffee and enjoy a quick drive.
We have made it to the original McDonald's museum. I guess this is the first place that McDonald's ever started with the two brothers. If you guys haven't watched the movie Founders, I highly suggest it. It's about how the McDonald's franchise got started and then how they essentially lost the company. But we're gonna run in. I think they just have like old toys and that kind of stuff in there, so we're gonna go check it out.
Hello? Want to go to space? Is that what he's doing? Growing up in the basement of my house, my dad had an entire room, it used to be a bedroom, filled from like floor to ceiling of McDonald's toys. So this is like pure nostalgia for me. I keep seeing ones and I'm like, oh my gosh, we used to have that one.
Which ones have you seen so far that you?
The first one I noticed was the camera.
That's cool. This place is crazy. There's so much to look at. We like came in the door and didn't even know where to go. There's just toys and memorabilia everywhere. Did anyone else have a TY collection? I know my sister was big into that a little before my time, but I definitely had some. What about you, babe? Did you have TYs?
Yeah, a ton of them. I also loved they like made like baby doll ones, and I love those.
Oh my gosh, these Barbies too, with the real hair. I used to put these in the bath and the hair.
Like these spinny ones. Oh my gosh. The one vegan thing at McDonald's. We were the 91st people to walk in today and the first people from Maine.
Let's go. This is for you, Tanner.
Raggy? Moo Raggy? I don't even know.
What did you think of the McDonald's museum?
I thought it was like pure nostalgia. It was so cool.
There's a lot of things that I didn't really remember until seeing that. Like I forgot that the Happy Meal boxes changed and all that kind of stuff. Definitely saw some toys that jogged the memory way back. That was super cool. It was free admission to get in. They operate on donations. So yeah, it's really cool. And a lot of the toys in there were donations from people around the world. They actually had their photos like next to the toy or whatever they donated. So that's just such a cool place.
Makes me want to go home and dig up all my dad's toys and send them back.
All right, back onto Route 66. All right, couple miles back onto Route 66. And then I think we have a little drive up to Victorville. There's a cool sign that I wanted to get a shot under, and I think there's a museum there. I don't know if we'll go in the museums. Museums to us are hard to film. Like you go in and you read and you learn, and there's just stuff to look at. But when you watch it on video, you can't get that whole experience, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like museums are like trying to explain to someone from afar what a candle smells like. Like you want them to know the experience so bad, but it's so hard to put it into words or even share it on camera. It has to be one of those things you have to experience for yourself.
There is some very cool stops today. One of the most iconic stops on Route 66 is in our itinerary today. So we're gonna start heading there.
We're off.
One thing I did read when I was doing a bunch of research on Route 66 is it says you'll often find yourself next to railroad tracks because when they built Route 66, railroad was such a big part of the transportation system that like spaces were already cut through. So they built it right next to it. Today, as we get started, we are right next to the train tracks. So I know we're on the right road. Well, this is a first for our Route 66 trip. We were just driving along, had mountains on the side, the highway was on our right, Then we went under an underpass and the road just came to an end, and our only option is to get on Interstate 15 and go north for a bit. So we're gonna do that and jump off in Victorville, where it looks like we'll pick up Route 66 again. I hate to do it, but it seems like this is our only option, so we gotta get onto highway.
Just got off the exit and we're making our way back to Route 66, and as we were getting off, Cody took a really sharp turn and one of our cupboards busted open and all of our stuff came out. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. Obviously it's not his fault, it's not anyone's fault, but when things shift while we're driving, I don't know what it is about it, I like lose my cool. It's something I'm working on. I feel like I'm being chill right now, but internally it's like, ah! I just like, oh my God, I'll show you.
In 800 feet, turn right onto 7th Street.
We get so busy, no one tries to take the time it takes to turn your love into a love, your friends into a family. Well, I don't want any false religion. I will practice loving you with no conditions, and I'll give up what I have to just so I can have you. Everybody's chasing something.
We have just made it to Elmer's Bottle Ranch. This is one of the most famous roadside attractions on Route 66. Elmer was the guy who created it and he has passed away. We're gonna bring you guys along. I don't think we're gonna be able to talk to the camera because it is so freaking windy out there, but we'll show you what the sights are. All the things are homemade, and each of the top of the trees, I guess we'll call them, has something different on them, which I think is super cool. I love this kind of stuff.
Welcome to Elmer's Bottle Ranch. As a child, Elmer Long scoured the desert with his father, collecting everything and anything. His father gathered an incredible collection of glass bottles over the years. When he passed away, Elmer inherited his work, as well as a loss at what to do with the strange collection. In 2000, an idea struck the famously bearded Elmer, and he created his first bottle tree. Shaped like hat racks, with glass bottles of all colors and shapes angled off of them, the Bottle Tree Ranch here in California has now grown to some 200 installations. Besides being a beautiful gallery, the hollow bottles also make a sweet tune when the wind passes through them, and there was a lot of wind today. For travelers making their way across Route 66, this is a must-see. Hello? Oh, okay. We want to talk to you. Say hello!
And that wraps up Elmer's Bottle Ranch. We're gonna hit the road, continue on to Route 66. This was the stop that I was most excited for. I just love places like this. It reminds me a lot of Nervous Nelly's back in Maine, which kicked off our road trip. I just think someone's like art installations like this, you get to like see inside the person's head essentially. And I feel like Jill's dad and my dad both have these like creative visions like this, and these things remind us a lot of our dads. So definitely a cool stop. I don't know if anything's gonna top this, but we're gonna keep going on Route 66 and see what we can see.
We're off.
Thanks for all your work, Elmer.
Hit a tumble!
I hit a good old tumbleweed. Well, that's a first.
And just like that, we were stuck in traffic all day yesterday and stopping at red lights every 30 seconds, it felt like. To today, we're seeing tumbleweeds.
The more I live, I am convinced everyone just wants to be in love.
Day 2 of Route 66. This one was way better for the amount of time that we traveled. Yesterday was so draining, and then we didn't sleep good last night, so we're here. It is 4:05. Pretty sure we're just gonna make dinner, have an early night, make a bit of a plan. I really planned up to this point, and then beyond this, I haven't done a ton of research on, so we need to kind of figure out where to go from here. But thanks for sticking with us. Another day tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone. We had a pretty good night's sleep at Walmart last night. Definitely better than we slept in the Wigwam. It felt good to be back in the van, although it was super windy, and that was an insanely busy lot.
It was so busy. There were trucks coming in all night, and the wind was like it felt like we were on a sailboat all night.
I was worried about getting motion sick there for a minute, but it did die down, and once we got to sleep, I don't think I woke up once.
No, we were exhausted. We slept all night.
Yeah, so we're about to get some coffee, and then we're gonna hit the road, get back on Route 66. We're gonna head towards Arizona today. I think we're gonna make it right to the border, but actually the first stop I've had pinned on my map even before I had the Route 66 road trip planned out. So I think we're gonna jump off, go up there real quick, film, and then get back on. So see you guys there.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Starbucks. What's happening?
Yeah, just going in the complete wrong direction.
Well, let's turn around.
Oh, I'm about to.
What the heck? Rough start.
No. Again, we've probably said it a bazillion times, but there's no like real Route 66 on maps anymore. And a GPS certainly doesn't want to let you follow it. So we're just trying to kind of use maps and use road signs. Never been my strong suit.
Same. What?
I don't know. There's just a million ways to go. And I'm like trying to follow a line on Google Maps.
Do you think we missed it again?
Oh, 100%.
We missed the turn again?
Oh, this would look like...
I think this is a dead end.
What is it? Yeah. So I think that little stretch is a really good reminder of what happened to Route 66. There was such a major way to travel the country, and then when the United States put their interstate system together, Route 40 went right alongside of Route 66, sometimes like yards away from the old traditional route, and it just took all the traffic out of these small towns. Certainly nice for us just to be able to hop on and then hop back off when we want to get onto Route 66, but definitely is a good reminder of where all the traffic went.
So we're headed about 20 minutes off of Route 66 to go to our next stop. So we have no idea what to expect. We just drove by quite a few interesting things and stopped here because we found the original Del Taco. Have we ever had Del Taco?
I honestly don't think so.
I don't think we have, but this place is cool. We're gonna get out for a second. What a cool little spot. I do think that it's like a new business in here. There's a sign that says Burger Den, but they have like combo plates for like $13. And I just know if this was the original Del Taco and the same signs were up and everything, things would have been much cheaper back then.
Yeah.
But what a cool place to like reimagine into a new like fast food restaurant. We stopped and we took some video, and Cody took a Polaroid. We have a goal to take 66 Polaroids on Route 66. So I don't know, can I check this one or is it too soon?
Too soon for sure.
Show you in a minute.
So we've taken a few Polaroids along the way, especially at spots that we stay and sleep. We took one at the Wigwam, and now I'm obsessed. That's where the 66 Polaroids on Route 66 came from. Look how good these came out. I love them. I feel like if there's a place to take Polaroids, it's gonna be on Route 66. Really, really filmed or shot the Wigwams.
They're so fun to take photos of.
They are. And then from the original McDonald site, it's funny that we're at the original Del Taco for this.
Yeah.
And then this was such a cool stop at Elmer's Bottle Ranch, so got that.
Can we check the other one now? Real quick,
We'll
they
see,
want to
we'll
see.
see,
The people
we'll
want to see.
This is Jill's personality, instant gratification. Can't even wait the 15 minutes we're supposed to.
Cute.
It's still developing a little bit, but it's really, really good. Oh, I'm so excited for this. It's like a little mini project inside of our Route 66 filming. Yeah, I just feel like these look so, I don't know, vintage, I guess, which makes sense with the Polaroid. But I think it's going to be a super cool thing to look back on and have so many Polaroids from this trip. So we now have one from the original Del Taco, which we've never even had.
We're gonna have to try it now. All right, now we have to make a pact that we're gonna try Del Taco because we saw the OG.
The OG. And now we hit the road. It is 11:08. We've barely touched Route 66, and we have a long way to go today to get where we're sleeping tonight, I think. But this is kind of what, I was gonna say, this is what we really wanted this journey to be. We didn't plan it out. Besides the Wigwam, we have no reservations, we have nowhere to be. And as we get further and further away from the cities in California, it's getting easier to sleep. So, yeah, back on the road.
Woohoo.
In a quarter mile.
Welcome to the water park. Admission today is free.
What the heck?
Let's go check this place out.
Let's do it. Come on, Bubba. Right off of Interstate 15 sits an abandoned water park that has been through so many phases of life. It first opened in the 60s with the name of Lake Delores, which started as an RV park and soon after became a water park as the owner kept adding more and more attractions as time went on. Reading about some of the attractions that were originally built here, we are shocked at how crazy they all sound. One was called the Zip Cord Ride, where riders hung from a handheld device attached to a guide wire for approximately 200 feet and at a 30-degree downward angle. There were also two V-shaped water slides roughly 150 feet long, which were ridden standing up, which is really hard to imagine. The slides ended about 15 feet above the water, shooting the standing rider out of the end like a human cannonball. Along with these insane sounding attractions, there were many slides built on the side of a man-made hill and a few high dive boards.
Lake Delores, the magical water world that features the most exciting high-speed water slides. The family fun place that offers relaxation and incredible thrills.
The park ended up closing in the 80s due to lack of popularity, and it has been bought, retransformed, and then sold again a few times since then. It had its final summer in 2004 and has been a bit of a ghost town ever since.
I'm feeling like a hummingbird in springs in bloom.
I don't know. This makes me want to go to a water park.
I know, we should go to one.
I love amusement parks. Grew up in amusement parks, chasing roller coasters with my family, so this brings back some good memories. Makes me like want to see it when it was in its prime.
I know.
It was open in what, 2002 or 4?
It closed in 2004.
Yeah, so we're hoping that there's like some type of home video or something online that will show what this place looked like in its glory days.
All new Lake Delores Resort and Hoola Water Park. Visitors are treated to an atmosphere filled with classic Americana and family fun. Boasting 18 brand new aqua
I
attractions.
did read that right after everything closed, a lot of like skateboarders like Tony Hawk have done videos here, so we can look that up.
Yeah. Assuming this is like a big tube slide or something.
Including the Big Bopper, the world's largest family raft ride.
As Jill was talking about how skateboarders have been here, and I keep seeing this lazy river, I have an idea that I now cannot unthink of, so I think it has to happen. What do you think? Should I?
You have to do it. You have to.
All right, let's go.
Colors like I haven't seen, because I'm with you. I'm with you. Right now.
One-wheeling in an abandoned lazy river. I've done a lot of cool things on my one wheel. This has to be on the top of the list.
Never felt quite like this. The rush, the rise, the climb. Oh, right now I feel alive. 'Cause every moment like this. It's never felt quite like this. Feels like I'm dancing in poetry in shades of blue, shades of blue. No words, words can't ever quite explain what emotions do, like the feelings do. Right now, feeling something.
Man. This has been one of the coolest freaking things we've done on this road trip. I will never forget this place. Who would have thought today I was gonna ride a one wheel through an abandoned lazy river? This is the stuff I wanted to do on Route 66. This is why we didn't have a plan and we were just following the map. I can't wipe the smile off my face so I can barely talk. So yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. We're gonna head back to the van and get rolling, but wow, was this a good stop.
Yeah.
It's never felt quite like this.
Yikes. Now what?
I don't know. It's 29 miles to where I wanted to go. So even if we had to turn around, we have plenty of fuel. That's a gas station right there. It's Route 66. I say we just send it.
Just try.
I think so. It's only 31 minutes away.
Okay.
It's not like the episode on the Blue Ridge Parkway. If you guys haven't watched that video, we started that day with like a quarter of a tank of fuel. Not ideal. But this is one of the stops I was really looking forward to. So I really don't want to give up on it that easy. And there's probably like one of the most recognizable signs is also down there. So I think we go down. It says use a road for I-40 access. So I'm assuming after we go through these stops that I had pinned, we're gonna have to go back up to I-40 because it's closed right at. We're gonna go for it.
Okay.
All right, let's give this a go. I think that's it actually. Oh God.
That's what you want to hike?
I didn't know it was gonna be that tall.
Oh no.
But yes, I think that is it.
We just parked. I think our plan is to do a little hike. But when we pulled in, we were like, why don't we just stay here tonight? So we saw someone else that camped here last night, no problem.
Do you know if we can stay here overnight?
I stayed here last night.
Okay.
No bother?
No.
Okay.
Cody's out reading a sign to make sure we're not like breaking any major rules, but this seems like the perfect spot to stay overnight. It's like secluded and you can pull off. It's kind of like BLM land, so I don't know. We'll see.
I think I got it.
The most important step of the day. Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Walking down this road, and on my own. On my own.
I don't think we ever told you guys exactly what we're about to do, did we?
No.
We are about to hike to the Amboy crater. This is a 250 foot high and 1,500 feet in diameter old volcano. It last erupted about 10,000 years ago. So for our moms, our safety officers, we are approved to hike this. And it definitely looks really steep and really tall from back here, but yeah, we're about to hike up to it and hike around the top, I think.
I'm exhausted just looking at it, but I'm excited.
When we started this hike, the sun was out, it was super hot. Now the wind's picked up and the clouds are coming over, and I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but I felt a few raindrops hit on top of the head here. Hopefully it's a quick little passerby.
On my own. I've been searching to find my way. To find the
We have started the switchback section of this hike, and the landscape behind me reminds me a lot of Iceland, which is super, super cool.
like the trees wait for the rain to come. I feel hope in the strength of our love. And I'm going crazy 'cause you're moving slow. Your train ain't running like I wanted to go.
And there's the wind.
Like the sea.
We made it. It's so windy up here.
So windy.
It's so beautiful. Wow. All right. We're getting sandblasted. The dog's getting sandblasted. So back down we go.
In the strength of our love.
Oh my God. It is so windy. This is crazy. Woo! And now we've made it to the base. The wind is pretty much, well, still a little breezy, but nothing like that was.
That was bananas. That was crazy.
Took the hat right off your head.
Blew that right off my head.
We made it.
Great
Woo!
work, everyone. Go ahead. Wow.
Whoa.
Go ahead, buddy. Go. Phew, that was so fun, but oh my God, so windy. I think we're gonna call it a night here. We are so happy. We think we can camp here. We're gonna stay here right where we hiked, which is awesome. Tomorrow we're gonna wake up and hit Route 66 again. I really think we're actually gonna make it into Arizona, just like we keep saying we're going to, but I just hope tomorrow is just as fun as today. We had a blast. I think our favorite part was one-wheeling in the abandoned water park.
For sure.
That was just like insane. But we're gonna call it a night and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning!
Morning, guys. We just woke up in the Amboy Craters parking lot. This is technically on BLM land, so we were able to sleep here last night, and we slept so good.
So good.
Literally, I don't think I woke up once.
No.
So today we're gonna get back on Route 66. There is a road closure ahead of us, so we're gonna have to do some highway miles, but we're hoping to get into Arizona today, so let's hit the road.
Woo!
Our drive down the road this morning to our first stop is a very, very short one, and we are headed to probably one of the most famous signs on Route 66, or at least the leg that we're doing. We did get to take a couple Polaroids of it last night in the dark, but we wanted to bring you guys along this morning so you could see the sign. This is a cool one.
Welcome to Roy's Motel and Cafe. This famous Route 66 stop was first opened as a gas and service station in 1938. By 1945, business was booming. That was until Interstate 40 was built in the 70s, and just like most of the small businesses on Route 66, this was a complete overnight loss of almost all their business. Now, it is one of the few businesses in this area that are still operating to this day. Cody has been obsessing over taking photos of this sign and taking photos of the road. So I'm gonna try to catch him taking photos, because he's just so happy right now. There he is. Living his best life. So happy.
Whoa, still windy today.
Did you get the shot?
Got the shot. Now we wait. We have filmed the sign. We've taken Polaroids of the sign. We've got some regular photos of the sign. I think it's time to hit the road. Again, today we're going down Route 66, but there is a road closure, the one that you guys saw from yesterday where we got real confused and didn't know what to do. So we do have to go up to the highway and jump on that for a bit. We're gonna jump off at the next place that's in our passport book.
Royce.
Bye, Royce. Thanks for having a kick-ass
Head east
neon
on
sign.
National Trails Highway.
Wanted to go like the seas wait for the dawn to come. I feel.
All right. Well, we made it to the Goff's Schoolhouse. I guess we're gonna get out and check it out. And then we're gonna get back on Route 66 and finally head towards the border and cross into Arizona.
What you doing?
Just driving my car down the road. Route 66. All right. Oh, we didn't get our stamp.
That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Run back.
Oh. That was like one of the big reasons to come here. Oh
You're
no.
running back.
Okay, all right, here we go. We're running. We're running. Whew, I am so out of shape, but we got the passport stamped, and now we're ready to hit Route 66, and my buddy's driving.
Whoop whoop. Watch out, buckle up.
I'm gonna get buckled. I think we're ready.
Huh?
Yeah.
I love.
We have now made it to Needles, California, said Arizona, which is the last town in California. There's a couple murals and a couple signs here that we're gonna stop and shoot. Goodbye, Route 66. California. And then we crossed the Colorado River into Arizona. Finally.
Back to Arizona.
4 days in, we thought this was gonna happen like at the end of the first or second day. We're almost there. Also, we're about 20 photos in on our 66 Polaroids en route 66. We've been setting up the tripod and using the self-timer. We've been getting a lot of strange looks when we're taking Polaroids, but we've also had people take them for us. It's been such a fun project to add on top of this road trip. Bye-bye needles.
We keep getting in the van being like, okay, this is it. We're about to cross over into Arizona. And then we keep finding things we want to take photos of. But this one is actually really cool. All right, can we do it this time?
Let's try this for the millionth time. To Arizona.
Woo!
I can tell you one thing. I am ready to get out of California for a few reasons, but the diesel prices here have to be at top of the list. $6.59 a gallon here. Before we got into California, the most I had paid was $4.10.
Oh my God.
We're about to cross the Colorado River. The only way to do that now is on I-40. The bridge that people used to use is closed. So here we go. We are headed from California to Arizona.
Woo! California, California, California,
Arizona!
Woo!
Back in the AZ.
We made it!
Alright, so we're currently going east on I-40, and we're actually supposed to be headed north on Route 66, but we're gonna go south down to a city because there is something down there that just has a crazy story that I think we have to see, and I think it's worth the detour. So we're gonna head that way. Also gonna get some fuel, hoping that it is way cheaper here in Arizona than it was in California.
Fingers crossed. It just so happens that the gas station we just stopped at has a Starbucks.
Our coffee budget this month is not going well.
Yeah, reason number 437 that we're not doing a expenses video this month. But I just feel like we need to pick me up. We've been tired today. It's been a long 4 days on the road, and it would just be nice to share a little espresso something. So
Excuse.
Cody's gonna get gas for the van. I'm gonna get gas for us. Fuel up, if you will. When Cody was turning around when he took that wrong turn, you took a wrong turn.
Yes, I took the wrong turn.
We haven't seen an extra road in miles. Well, there's a truck
I
coming.
know.
I thought we hit like a dirt pile or something, but it didn't feel too dramatic. And when we were just parked getting gas and everything, we noticed this. Have some dirt. Jeez. How were the bathrooms? Were they terrible?
See what you did there. No, they really weren't.
Why is this place called Terribles?
I have no idea. We've seen a bunch of them. Doesn't make sense.
Was it-
Certainly not what I would name my business.
Yeah. My current favorite like cheat drink from Starbucks is a vanilla bean, what's it called? Oh, a vanilla bean frappuccino with oat milk and 2 shots of espresso. Cody and I both grew up in like Dunkin' Donuts country, and our favorite things growing up were those like coffee culottes, and this is like the best veganized version we can get. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So good.
All come true. It all come true.
So what we just drove over is the London Bridge, and it is actually from London. Back in the 60s, a guy named Robert bought the bridge and had it sent over here in pieces. And there is a rumor that he thought it was more of an extravagant bridge. If you guys know the London, like, infamous Tower Bridge, rumor has it that he thought it was gonna be that, and so when it got over here and was way less extravagant, they were all like, what the heck? But still very cool and crazy that it's hard to imagine just like transporting just pieces of a bridge across the entire world here in the middle of Arizona.
Yep.
We are loving it here, being by a body of water, and just like everyone is so friendly, and you get to watch the boats go by. So even though we had a plan to go a little bit further today,
Yeah.
I don't think any of you will be surprised that we're gonna call it a night, so we can just explore this area tonight.
Yeah, we'll pick back up tomorrow, but this is like a little slice of paradise here. A big bay off of the Colorado River, surrounded by palm trees, really nice boats, and there's walking trails and dog parks. So yeah, we're gonna stay here for at least tonight, and then we'll pick up with you guys when we head back to Route 66.
See you tomorrow.
See you then.
Good morning from Lake Havasu. We are up and ready to get traveling. We actually took the day off yesterday because while we were exploring the London Bridge, we met a couple that we just like fell in love with, and they ended up taking us out on a boat and taking us out for dinner, and it was the best day. Probably one of my favorite memories we've had during the trip, just because it reminds you that there are nice people everywhere, and like you can become best friends with anyone. Like, it was so fun.
It was. So shout out to you, Don and Carol, if you guys are watching. Thanks for taking us out on the boat and for dinner. And yeah, it was a great friendship made. So we're super excited that it worked out that way.
Wahoo! Wahoo! Yeah!
But this morning we're about 20 minutes off of Route 66, so we're gonna head back to Route 66, and we do have quite a few stops planned for the day.
Also, today is like one of the most dangerous parts of Route 66.
What?
The drive up from Oatman to Kingman is an interesting one. So excited to see that road.
You didn't tell me about that part.
I just did.
Purposefully. We're officially back on Route 66 finally, and Cody was just telling me that the stretch of road that we're on right now is the longest uninterrupted part of Route 66 left, meaning you don't need to turn and try to find a different road and try to make your way around it, kind of like we've been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to trust the GPS. We can just go for a while, which is super exciting.
I think it's almost 150 miles that we should be able to just get on the road and go. So yeah, super excited. I think another really interesting thing about Route 66 that we've noticed along the way is instead of the interstates that just go straight and they'll cut through mountains or anything like that, Route 66 is kind of built into the landscape. They didn't do as much excavation to like get the road to go straight. They just went around all the big things. And that is very evident on this road that we are on going up to Oatman. It is just winding in and out of all of these desert hills out here. It's kind of hard to even see where the road goes in front of us, but it makes it very fun and definitely a fun road to drive.
Oh my god!
They're going in our car.
Cliffy, look at them! Wait. Oh my god! Hi, buddies! Hi, buddies! What the heck, bud?
Welcome to Oatman.
What was that? Those are the burros. Welcome to Oatman, Arizona, which I think it's famous for having wild burros, which are similar to donkeys.
It's a donkey.
A donkey. And it's just like a really old Route 66 town with like a couple little shops. So we're gonna get out and explore for a minute, take a little walk, get Cliffy outside, and see what there is to see.
Alrighty, let's go check her out. Hi there, donkey boy. Hi, buddy. Hi. Cliffy. I am pretty obsessed with A-frames, and as we just get out of the van and start walking, we see a house that I guess you'd call an A-frame, but also looks like a pyramid with an A-frame on the front of it. A very cool way to start this walk. How long have you been in Oatman for?
I've been here for about 5 years. My family's been here for 20.
Wow.
So Oatman on Main Street is meant to explore. Oatman is still an unincorporated mining town. There is no municipalities, and Oatman takes care of Oatman, so doing on the beaten path.
Sounds good. Anything we have to see while we're here before we head out?
I would make it a point to see this jail.
Okay.
Under here where it says haunted, that is a mine. Be sure to go in that. It is just what you're gonna see when you go in a gold mine. All the mining tools are in there and stuff for you to see and take pictures. Oatman is pretty cool. They're still gold mined today. They feel they haven't hit the mother lode yet, so they're still finding that much gold.
What's the story with the
That
A-frame?
house, originally, that house currently sits on top of an 80-foot mine shaft. So right through the center of the house, it's a 6.5-foot hole.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I love
cool.
A-frames, so then the back of it looks like a pyramid. It has like glass.
Because he was also an astronomer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Enjoy.
Well, that wraps up our time in Oatman. We got to see the gun show.
He went for a gun. I had to shoot him. We got to get out of town.
As well as the burrows.
Seals. We found our burrows finally.
So I think we're gonna hit the road and head up over the pass.
Yeah, Cliff wasn't a big fan of the shootout gun show or the burrows.
Yeah, I guess they're super mean to dogs.
But we think it's so cute here.
Yeah, it's really cool. Definitely a stop that you have to make on Route 66. Ready, buddy?
Let's get out of here.
Alrighty. Oatman, check. We're about to hit the road, get back on Route 66. The most interesting stretch of road that we will come across. Definitely going to be a mountain pass with some switchbacks. Hopefully Coco's ready for it. Let's see what happens.
For you and I, it's alright.
We have officially made it up over the pass and down over the backside. Coco did great. It literally never heated up. We did have that stop at the top where we got out and filmed a little bit and allowed it to cool down, but really didn't even need it. So that went way better than I expected.
Nice work, buddy.
Yeah. So what you see behind us is Cool Springs Cabin. This is such a cool place because it is in the movie Cars.
We watched Cars last night to reacclimate ourselves, and now I can't stop saying ka-chow. Ka-chow.
Yeah, the queen! Ka-chow!
Ka-chow. Ka-chow.
Making that sky light up just for you and I. Ka-chow! It's alright. There's no doubt. It's all gonna work out.
We have made it to our spot for the night-ish. This is the town of Kingman. It's a big town, it has everything. This is the first Cracker Barrel we've stayed at in a while. But I think later on tonight we're gonna go back down into kind of the old part of Kingman. There's some really cool neon signs that still light up down there. So we're gonna eat, settle, catch our breath a little bit from a long travel day, and then probably head down there at night. We'll try to get a few shots for you guys so you can see that everything all lit up. Good morning from Kingman, Arizona.
We slept at the Cracker Barrel last night, and it was one of the best night sleeps ever.
Gotta love a good Cracker Barrel.
But we just grabbed some coffee, and now we're here at the Kingman Visitor Center. So we're gonna take you in, check it out. They have a really cool sign out front too.
They do, and we have to get our passports stamped this morning, so lots to do, and then we hit the road. We think we might finish Route 66. Well, our destination is Flagstaff. We have a lot of driving to do and some cool places to cover, but we're gonna bring you guys along. Feels funny to be walking around here during the day because we've already actually filmed a lot of these signs at night. Kingman is one of the best towns for still having neon signs, so we came down here the other night and shot a bunch of Polaroids of the signs, which was super fun. But this is probably one of our favorite signs.
Yeah.
Kingman is for lovers.
This is my favorite sign.
For sure my favorite too. It looks so good lit up, which added bonus point.
This is where we're headed, Flagstaff. 146 miles, and we're hoping to do it all today.
Let's get going.
All right, if we're thinking we're going to make it all the way to Flagstaff today, we have to get rolling. It's already 11:30.
Yeah, not looking good. We have a lot of miles to go and definitely a couple of really cool
We
towns.
just went to go drive off and Cody was like, oh, I have one more idea for a Polaroid. So he's running ahead, but my walkie-talkie just died, so I have no idea when to drive because he wants to like get it under the sign. Oh, yes.
All right, I'm down here.
Yay! Yeah, there's like a big Kingman sign that's really like famous here. We flew the drone, but Cody really wants a Polaroid. All right, here we go. He's laying down in the middle of the road. He's laying down in the middle of the road. Please don't get run over. Please don't get run over. Please don't get run over. All right.
Yeah,
You ready to get this show on the road?
I think we're ready now.
Oh my gosh.
Almost noontime.
I guarantee we're gonna drive by something in the next 30 seconds and you're gonna be like, can we stop?
I still have two more Polaroids left in this film, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's okay. That's like the beauty of this trip.
Yep.
A few minutes later.
So this is the home of the, what's it called? The Gigantus Headicus, which is right here. But what a cool little stop. They have like old cars and a cute little store, and the sign is really cool.
It is.
And we're off.
Bye-bye. Gigantus Headicus. Gigantus Headicus.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Welcome to the Hackberry General Store, located in the now ghost town of Hackberry, Arizona. This nostalgic store originally opened in 1934 and closed in the 70s after Interstate 40 opened. It was then reopened in 1992 by an artist named Bob Wildmeyer, who is known for traveling the road in his 1972 Volkswagen microbus. Rumor has it, Bob was the inspiration for the character Fillmore from the Cars movie.
Wow, this organic fuel is great. Why haven't I heard about it before? It's a conspiracy, man.
Though it's now under new ownership, the Hackberry General Store feels like a mix between a blast from the past and a museum of travelers who have left a personal belonging, like a dollar, sticker, or a license plate behind.
Well, that was our actual first planned stop of the day, and we are in SOS mode, so we have no service, so I have no idea really where to go, but we're getting back on 66, heading further east.
Woo. The employee at the, what's it called, the Hackberry station? Hackberry, Huckleberry, Huckberry?
Not Huckle.
He said that he actually lives down the road in a gas station, and I think we just drove by it, which is so cool. What an interesting place to like make a home in.
Yeah. Andy's gonna go all in on YouTube, he says, so good luck.
Welcome
if you're
to
watching
YouTube.
This. Yeah.
Hello.
We just made it to Grand Canyon Caverns, and although the caverns are not open anymore, I believe because their elevator broke or no longer works, the thing I dream of doing is that they used to have one room 200 feet below ground in a cavern that you could sleep in overnight. I would have loved to do that, but I'm pretty sure my buddy, that is like her nightmare.
I would rather jump out of an airplane or do something crazy, something about being underground.
200 feet?
I feel like I'm losing my breath thinking about it.
Out of all things.
I know.
All good.
So the universe was like, we're gonna be close. Thank you. What's next?
We are gonna head to the town of Seligman. I think it's about 30 minutes down the road. And this is the town, like the downtown that the movie Cars is based on. It's also where two brothers started to kind of remodel Route 66 and kind of put it back on the map, make it a tourist destination. So seems like it's gonna be kind of the touristy stop of the day, which we always love.
Yeah.
Won't stop till the finish line. We'll go together on this open road. Untether these wild hearts, sleep underneath the stars. We'll go together on this open road. If we're only given one shot at this life, we gotta make it count while there's still time. We're on our way. We're on our way.
Welcome to Seligman, Arizona, also known as the birthplace of historic Route 66. Just like Cody mentioned, the town Radiator Springs in the movie Cars is loosely based on Seligman. When the director of the first two Cars movies visited this town, he met one of the brothers who told him how traffic through town virtually disappeared on the day that nearby Interstate 40 opened. This is a story we keep hearing throughout our travels, and it makes us love this busy yet quaint town even more. The locals have worked so hard to ensure this town stays bustling, and we think they did a pretty dang good job at it. Be right back.
Okay.
They tricked you.
At least it was a pull.
Yeah.
What did you get?
A snow cone.
Hey. Amazing.
Cherry flavored.
All right. I'll take the bald fade on the sides, and the beard is a 3. No? Okay, that's fine, I guess. So just keep going.
We just made it back to the van. I think Seligman is the coolest town. I wish we had more time here.
Yeah, it's just so cool that this is kind of where like the revitalization of Route 66 came from, and you can tell that the town is just fully bought into it. There's a bunch of tourists here, which is super cool to see. I don't know, I just love this stuff where they make old things that you can still come and visit, and everything just seems so open and welcoming to tourists. And yeah, we always end up loving places like this.
Yeah. But now it's the race to find a place to stay. We really want to get somewhere before it's dark, and we don't want to go too far because we don't want to miss anything. So it's kind of the trying to figure that out as fast as possible. Plan A, I would say.
Because this is just such a cool town, we really don't want to leave, and we also want to see if some of the neon signs come on because yeah, it's just like such a historic place. So we could drive down to some like BLM land, but that's like 20 minutes out of town, so once we eat we're not going to really want to venture back in. But I think if we go back to the historic general store, that you can stay in a campground for $20 a night. So we're gonna go check that out.
We'll see if they're even open because everything seemed to shut down right at 5.
At 5 o'clock.
Like at 5 o'clock, doors were closing everywhere.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
oh boy. We'll lose it.
There he is. Yay! And
we're gonna stay here tonight. get an early night of some rest with some dinner. I'm like losing steam, and as we get tired, we film less and less, which makes even more work for us later on. So, and I really want to finish this video strong. It's been probably the best we've filmed anything on this whole road trip. And then we hit the road tomorrow, and we will, I promise, make it to Flagstaff. Good morning, everyone. We had a great sleep behind the historic Route 66 general store. Definitely worth our $15. Yes. I was just so tired. So today we make it to Flagstaff and complete our Route 66 journey. We're excited to bring you guys along for our last couple stops.
We're actually gonna make it this time.
Let's go.
Kick into overdrive. Toss every fear aside. We know there's a story to be told. If we're only given one shot at this life, we gotta make it count while there's still time. We're on our way.
We made it to Williams, Arizona, and we were greeted immediately as we got off the highway with a little gift shop and museum, so we stopped to check that out. Jill ran in to see what they have. I'm waiting outside with the boy.
I just spent $90 in there.
And then we actually head to where we were supposed to stop in Williams, grab a couple more photos, and continue on to Flagstaff. But this place is giving really cool vibes. It almost reminds me of like Yellowstone, Jackson Hole. You can definitely tell that we're getting close to the Grand Canyon because everything's starting to say it too.
We just got back from walking around Williams, and it is the cutest little town. We really wanted to like go out to eat or like just hang out a little bit longer, but I may or may not have spent $90 at the gift shop, so we're cut off for the day. Cody's gonna make some lunch for us, right?
Yep.
And then we're gonna hit the road.
And now we're gonna head to the final place of our Route 66 journey, Flagstaff, Arizona.
Just getting started, we're stopping us on our way. We're on our way. Adventure is calling, we're stopping us on our way.
What did that say?
That said, pavement ends.
Are we going for it?
I don't know. It only said the next quarter of a mile. Or maybe it meant we only have pavement for a quarter of a mile. We're gonna see.
Oh my gosh. Well, we started in traffic, so it only makes sense to end in traffic. We are both sitting here just like moping. We don't want Route 66 to be done. Although we have so many cool things coming up, like we're so excited. We're gonna take a trip to the Grand Canyon, and our like most requested stop from our friends and family has been Sedona, so we're gonna drop down to Sedona at some point.
Yep.
So it's not like the van trip is over. I think it's just been so fun, like really filming and shooting the heck out of this trip. It like, I don't know, we just feel so good about it.
Yeah, it gave us like a mission and a purpose kind of built into everything, and then like with the 66 Polaroids on 66, we really had to like stop and get out and yeah, just kind of take it all in. It was definitely a really fun road trip. And after like Sedona, we have southern Utah, which we're excited for, which is like what we've been dreaming about for the van trip. So yeah, there's a lot to come, but definitely sad that this little phase is over.
I know. So fun. We're gonna have to do more videos like this.
I know.
I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like this like super long form, like really behind the scenes, or I don't know? Let us know. Or do you prefer the shorties?
We have made it to the Flagstaff Visitor Center, which is the last thing in our passport that we needed to check off, and it's also going to be our last stop on Route 66. Pretty sad. We're gonna go in, get the passport stamped. That ends our trip. And we have our last Polaroid, our 66th Polaroid to take. So we'll probably take it in front of the visitor center, but here we go. Let's finish it up. This is our gift for the Flagstaff Visitor Center. Kind of cool.
Very cool.
And a good stamp.
Ooh, very cool.
Look at this. Amazing. Although Route 66 continues well beyond Flagstaff, Arizona, this is where we're going to jump off the road and end our Route 66 road trip.
Although we're sad that our Route 66 travels are over, we have so much more planned and so much we're so excited to share with you. But man, we loved Route 66.
We really did. It gave us like an itinerary and a goal and an end point. So we loved shooting and editing this super long video. So if you made it to this point, we truly appreciate you guys. Please give us a like, hit that subscribe button to see more videos in the future, and we will see you then.
Cheers.
Peace.
Cars didn't drive on it to make great time. They drove on it to have a great time.